Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Here I will present about two topics consisting of the first topic software and operating system and the second topic malicious program. Before that, I respect Miss Puspa Fortuna Zulfa, MPD, as the teaching lecturer of the English 2 course. Let me introduce myself. My name is Miesha Salsabila with student ID number 63240-937. I am majoring in Accounting Information System within the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. I am currently in class 63.2A.35 at Binasarana Informatika Tegal City Campus. Let's go straight to the discussion of the first topic, namely software and operating system. What is software? Software refers to the non-physical, immaterial part of a computer system consisting of programs, instructions, and data that tell the computer what to do. The code is what makes the physical hardware or computer components useful. There are two main types of software. The first is system software and the second is application software. Into the first, let me introduce myself. My name is Miesha Salsabila with student ID number 63240-937. I am majoring in Accounting Information System within the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. I am currently in class 63.2A.35 at Binasarana Informatika Tegal City Campus. Let's go straight to the discussion of the first topic, namely software and operating system. What is software? Software refers to the non-physical, immaterial part of a computer system consisting of programs, instructions, and data that tell the computer what to do. The code is what makes the physical hardware or computer components useful. There are two main types of software. The first is system software and the second is application software. Into the first type of explanation. System software is software that manages and controls computer hardware and provides an operating system or platform for application software to run on. Next is the second type. Application software is software created to help user perform specific tasks right on a computer or other digital device. Now, let's talk about the key difference between system software and application software. We will compare the two types. First, the purpose. System software runs and manages the computer, while application software helps user perform tasks. Second, when they start. System software starts when the computer turns on. Application software starts only when the user opens it. Third, user instruction. We usually don't interact much with system software. It works in the background. But with application software, we interact directly, like typing in Word or browsing with Chrome. Lastly, the example. System software include Windows, Linux, and device drivers. Application software include with Microsoft Word, Excel, WhatsApp, and web browser. So both types of software are important. System software makes the computer work, and application software makes the computer useful for us. Next is about the operating system. What is operating system or OS? Operating system or OS is the core system software that manages computer hardware and software resource and provides service for computer programs. It acts as interface between the user and the hardware, ensuring all components of the computer work together efficiently. Now, let's talk about its key function. First, we have resource management. The operating system manages all the computer resources, such as memory, process, file, and device. It uses memory management to allocate space to each running program and prevent interface. Process management helps the CPU handle many programs at once efficiently. Next is the user interface. The OS gives us a way to interact with the computer. It translates the action we take, like clicking or typing, into instruction the computer can understand. The third function is system control. These include booting, where the OS loads itself, and necessary program when the computer is turned on. It also provides security, protecting our data and blocking unauthorized access. And through networking, the OS manage internet and networking connections so we can share data or go online. Another key function is application support. The OS provides the platform for application program to run like Word, Chrome, or games. It ensures those apps can interact with the hardware and receive the service they need to function properly. The last one is system maintenance. It detects and handles error to avoid cracks, monitor system perform, and provide tools for managing setting and updating software. Next are examples of some operating systems, such as Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, iOS, Chrome OS, or Unix. Moving on topic 2, I will present a very important topic, which is malicious program, or also known as malware. Okay, moving on to topic 2, I will present a very important topic, which is malicious program, or also known as malware. These are malicious programs that pose a threat to our data and system. So a malicious program, often referred to as malware, is any software purposely designed to damage or exploit a computer system, network, or data. It often runs without our knowledge or permission. Malware can infect to not only personal computer but also mobile device and networks. Next, I will explain the 6 main types of malicious program or malware that can harm our device and data. The first is a virus. A virus is a type of malicious code that attacks itself to a legitimate program or file. Once the infect file is opened, the virus activates and spreads by inserting its code into other files or programs. A common example is Markov virus found in Word document. Next is a worm. A worm is a standalone malicious program. Unlike a virus, it doesn't need a host file and spread automatically through networks. Its main characteristics are it can overload networks and slow down system. Next is Trojan horse. A Trojan horse or Trojan disguises itself as a harmless program. Users are tricked into downloading and running it, thinking it's safe. Examples include fake antivirus software or cracked game that silently installs spyware. Next is spyware. Spyware secretly monitors user activity and collects sensitive information like browsing habits, login credentials, or even keystroke. These include keyloggers, tracking cookies, and monitoring tools. Next is adware. Adware display or downloads unwanted advertisements. While not always dangerous, it becomes malicious if installed without permission or disrupt performance. Typical symptoms include browser redirection, frequent ads, and slow system. The last one is ransomware. Ransomware is one of the most dangerous type of malware. It encrypts user files or locks the system, then demands a ransom to restore access. Its main features are spread through phishing, unsafe download, or system vulnerabilities. It can target individual, company, or government. Next, we'll discuss an important question. How do we know how malware spread? Let's find out together. First, we can detect signs of malware infection by observing how our system behaves. If your computer suddenly becomes very slow, cracks often, or shows strange pop-ups, those are clear signs something might be wrong. If your device is sending or receiving unknown data, it could be infected. Next, we can learn how malware usually spread. Common methods include opening infected email attachment or clicking on phishing links. It can also come from downloading pirate software, visiting unsafe website, or using an infected USB drive. Hackers often disguise malware as software update or adversaries. Security tools help us detect and analyze malware activity. Antivirus software can scan for and remove threats. The firewall and network monitoring tools can warn users about super traffic. The firewall and network monitoring tools can warn users about suspect traffic. To really know how malware spread, we also need to understand the attackers. Hackers exploit weakness in outdated software. They can trick users into downloading fake updates or spread malware through online adverts. Malware can cause serious damage to our system and data, but the good news is we can protect ourselves. Let's explore some smart ways to stay safe. First, always install a trust antivirus or anti-malware program. These tools scan your system and block known threats. Make sure to keep them updated and enable real-time protection. Second, be careful with emails. Never open attachments or click links from unknown senders. Phishing email often look real, so double-check the sender, address, and be continuous with any unexpected message. Next, only download software from official website or trust app store. Avoid using torrents or pirated programs. These often contain hidden malware. Make sure your system and application are always up to date. Updates often include important security patches that fix known vulnerabilities. Enable automatic updates when possible. A firewall helps block unauthorized access to your network. You can use the built-in firewall in your operating system or a third-party firewall for more control. Backing up your data is essential. If your system is infected, especially by ransomware, having a backup allows you to recover without losing your files or paying a ransom. Be careful with pop-ups and commercials. Some of them may contain malware or redirect you to fake websites. Consider using an ad block to reduce the risk. Lastly, protect your account with a strong and unique password. Enable two-factor authentication for an extra layer of security. This can keep hackers at bay even if they know your password. So that way I can say, sorry if there are many mistakes in the material or my pronunciation. I close this video. Thank you and see you again.